Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Salty Ginger Talk. If you're a returning listener, it's great to have you back. If you're new to the channel, we're really glad you joined us. Hope you like what you hear. Our podcast is targeted at someone that wants to learn something new or make themselves a little bit better every day. So we're all about personal improvement, taking control of our lives, making fact-based, left-brained, unemotional decisions, and trying to make the world a better place. So appreciate you joining us. In today's episode, we're going to talk about and give you the top 5 reasons from our perspective why relationships and experiences are more important to focus on in your life than money or status. So that's the plan. So again, focus on relationships and experience. This is where you're going to get the biggest benefit, the most happiness, the most fulfillment, and the longest, healthiest life that you can. Way more important than chasing status or money. Now, don't get me wrong. Money matters. Not saying it doesn't. And it's funny how usually people that tell you not to worry about money make good money or have a lot of money. So I get it. We all need it. Everybody's got to pay the bills. Everyone's got to put food on the table. Everyone's got to pay the rent. Totally get it. But did you know that after a certain point, more money, more stuff, more status will not make you happier? It's fool's gold to chase it when you're figuring out how to set up your life. And again, we're going to give you the top 5 reasons backed by science, by research, by data that you should focus on relationships and experiences. Those deserve to be at the front and center of your life and your focus. So that's the point of the episode today. We're going to jump into it here, see if we can convince you that we're right, see if we can convince you to work on changing your mindset to focus on these things and help you lead more fulfilling, happier, and just more rewarding lives altogether. So, reason number 1, strong relationships are the number 1 predictor of long-term happiness, bar none. They are the number 1 predictor of long-term happiness. So, why do we say that? How do we know? Prove it. Here's our proof. There is a crazy, incredible study that has been run at Harvard. It's called the Harvard Study of Adult Development, and it's been running for over 85 years. So, we're 53. This study's been in existence longer than we've been born. And this study has followed people throughout their entire lives. Here's the big takeaway from that study in their own words. Good relationships keep us happier and healthier, period. This is all walks of life. It's all sorts of income levels, all sorts of socioeconomic levels, et cetera, et cetera. Good relationships keep us happier and healthier, period. That's an 85-year study of following people. People with strong connections to family, to friends, and community are not only happier, but they actually live longer. And the quality of those relationships matters more than the quantity. Now, we say that a lot. We have tons and tons of acquaintances, but we only have a few people in the world that are really close to us, that are what we consider inner circle, left pocket, ride or die. Those are the people we roll with. Very small group for us. But that group is super tight. We would all kill and or die for each other. That's how we operate. Like there, if you're in the group, you're in. It's kind of like the mafia. Once you're in the group, you're in. It's hard to get out. The only way out, it's not fun. But the number of, it's great to have acquaintances, but you need a couple of people that you can count on no matter what. And the people that are able to develop that in their lives live longer, happier, and healthier lives. Period. End of story. On the flip side, loneliness and having to navigate life when you feel like there's no one there to back you up or to support you it kills people. It literally kills people. One famous study found that loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So that's not just a mental health issue, that's a physical health issue as well. So there is study after study, including this one that's been running for 85 years, like we talked about, that shows over and over and over again, relationships are the cornerstone of life. They will lead you, good relationships will lead you to a longer, healthier, more productive life. Period. End of story. Okay, so that's reason number one. That's not enough. Let's move on. Reason number two. Experiences bring lasting joy and stuff does not. So let's talk about a phenomenon called hedonic adaptation. And this simply means that we quickly get used to new things, stuff. You buy a new car, and within a few months, it's not, oh, look at my shiny new car. It's a car. It's funny, our youngest son really wanted a Range Rover, and he did well for himself and blah, 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 bought a Range Rover. He had it for less than 2 years, I guess maybe a little over 2 years. But paid it off like he had paid it off completely and sold it because it didn't do what he wanted. It didn't give him the happiness that he wanted. Not for nothing. He's in a great relationship now with the girl he's probably going to marry. And he's way happier with that relationship than he ever was with that fucking car. So zero issues with him buying it. I mean, he's a young kid. He's under 30. And that's how you learn things in life. But why is it that we get used to things, but experiences not only endure, but they tend to grow more powerful and create more happiness and more fondness as they age, as you get further away from them? So Dr. Thomas Gilovic from Cornell found during his studies that experiences provide more enduring happiness than material possessions. This is because experiences become a part of our identity. They become a part of who we are. Driving a specific car, living in a specific house, flying on private jets. Hey, cool, good for you. I've driven expensive cars. I've flown on private jets. I've been in big, rich houses. I know billionaires, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a fuck? It does not matter. But the experiences that we share with the people we care about, those grow in value over time as we reflect on them, we talk about them, and we relive them, not only in our memories, but when we talk to someone. Think about it this way. Have you ever said to someone, hey, remember that time we got that new couch? Hey, remember that time we bought that car? Hey, remember that time we bought that house? Nobody talks about those things. They just happened. But what do you talk about all the time? Remember that road trip we took where everything went kind of crazy? Remember that concert we went to where those people went nuts? Remember that night we stayed up all night? You talk about those things constantly. I can tell you from my own experience, it's almost 40 years ago. I guess it'd be over 40 years ago now, somewhere around 40 years ago. I had an experience with my oldest sister in a car where she was supposed to give me a ride and drop me off somewhere and would not. And I forced my way out of the car and walked home. We still laugh and argue about that experience to this day. We live on different continents now, but we still get a chuckle out of that. We talk about things all the time in our house. Remember that Christmas when all the kids were sick and they'd open a present and go and throw up? We've got it on videotape. We talk about those things all the time. What we don't talk about is the 50 or so houses that we've bought and sold, or the 50 or so cars that we've bought and sold. We don't talk about any of those things because they're not important. They lose their value because they're just things. But those experiences become a part of who we are and they enrich your life. And that's why it's so important to focus on those things. And that's why that phenomenon works differently in your head as it relates to experiences instead of stuff. Okay. Number 3, emotional support builds resilience. And you need resilience in life. Life is hard. Life is so hard, nobody makes it out alive. Think about it that way. The minute you're born, you start dying. No matter how much you earn, no matter how much stuff you accumulate, no matter how big your pile of shit is, you're going to face challenges in your life. I don't care who you are. Bill Gates has problems. Elon Musk has problems. Jeff Bezos has problems. Mark Zuckerberg has problems. Do they have to worry about putting food on the table? Fuck no, they don't have to worry about that. But they got problems in their life just like anyone else. And when you experience those problems, it's the relationships you have that are your safety net that help you face those things. I went through a very serious health issue the last month, and I have people that I can count on, and I'm very fortunate that I have people that I can count on because it would have been very difficult for me to do what needed to be done on my own. I don't think I could have done it, to be straightforward. And it's great that I didn't have to because I have people in my life that are close to me that care about me that I can count on. Studies show that emotional support from loved ones reduces anxiety, reduces depression, and can even help prevent or deal with PTSD. So when you have big, serious things in your life, knowing that you have people in your corner, knowing that you have relationships you can count on and lean on when you need that help, terribly, terribly important. There's one well-known psychological model called the Cohen and Willis model back from 1985 and found that social support acts as a buffer against stress. So it can keep you from feeling stress in the same way you would feel it if you were all by yourself or you didn't feel like you had anyone in your corner. And people with close bonds bounce back faster from difficult things in life. They're more grounded. And that resilience, it's a direct result of knowing that somebody's got your back. And good luck doing that with a car. See if your car's got your back when your health sucks. See if your house has your back when you're dealing with a difficult thing at work or in a personal relationship. Newsflash, they don't give a shit because they're just things. But the people that are close to you do care about those things, and they are there for you, and they will help you work through those things. But you've got to work hard on developing those relationships with people. Okay, number 4, the social connection you get from these relationships and experiences boosts your brain health. So it might surprise you that socializing literally keeps your brain healthy. So a University of Michigan study found that just 10 minutes of daily social interaction improves memory and cognitive performance. And loneliness has been linked to a 40% increased risk of dementia later in life, according to a 2021 study published in the Journal of American Psychiatry. So there is statistic, study, evidence after evidence that social connection keeps your brain healthy. Have a conversation with a friend. Talk to people when you're out. They're not just fun, they actually help keep your brain active and lively and functioning properly. Go talk to your car, see how that goes. Go talk to your house, see how that goes. Go talk to your bank account statement, see how that goes. Go talk to the private jet you're so in love with, see how that goes. Are those things cool? Are they nice to have? Sure. But do they matter? Fuck no, they don't matter. They're a status and they're great and they don't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. When's the last time you saw a private jet at a cemetery? When's the last time you saw a really expensive car at a cemetery? When's the last time you saw a 25,000 square foot mansion at a cemetery? Can't take them with you. They don't mean shit after we go. We're all going to die. None of this matters in the grand scheme of things. And the best chance you have of living beyond your years is through the memories and stories of the people that cared about you while you were here. That's your best shot. And those are the things that are important in life, and that's why they resonate so much in our minds. Okay, reason number 5. Money and status have diminishing returns. And we referenced this a little bit earlier when we were talking. But money makes you happier to a point. That point, in lots of studies, is around $75,000 a year. That's according to Nobel Prize winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman. So once you hit that level and you're earning $75,000 a year, more money doesn't do much for your day-to-day happiness or your emotional well-being. Is it nice that you can afford a different car or a bigger house or different food or better vacations? Sure, those things are great. But I'm telling you, look around and you see all these people that are trying to tell you how happy they are because, what is it called? What's it, DINK? Dual income, no kids. Hey, cool story, bro. But I'll guarantee you're going to hit 35, 40 and go, fuck, this doesn't mean anything to me. None of this shit means anything to me. I really wish I had someone to share this with. Now, maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you can't have kids. Maybe you don't want kids. Okay, got it. No big deal. You still want to develop relationships with people that matter to you. I'm not saying you got to start a family to be happy. I'm not saying you have to have kids to be happy. But I am saying that you have to have relationships that mean something to you to be happy. That much I'm 100% sure of. So once you hit that 75,000 mark and go above, more money is not going to solve the problems that you're still experiencing. Even worse, chasing that status can often lead you to more comparison, yourself against other people. I'm this age, they're this age, they've got so much more. What the hell's the matter with me? More stress and more disconnection. The more we focus on appearances, the more we tend to drift away from who we really are. and from the people who matter to us. Now, I'm fortunate that I'm very basic. I'm super left-brained. I'm super simple. And the things that make me happy, I've always known the things that make me happy. I'm kind of like Ron Swanson. I like pretty dark-haired women and breakfast foods. It doesn't take much more than that to keep me really happy. Now, I picked one pretty dark-haired woman. I've spent my life with her, and that's a great deal for me. Hopefully, she still thinks it's a great deal for her. She's still sticking around. She's pretty smart. I know she wouldn't do it if she didn't mean it, but we've built our lives around each other. We've got 3 great sons. I've got sisters that I care about. I've got family members that I care about. I was fortunate to marry into a family that's got a lot of great people in it. My mother and father-in-law, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law. I've got nephews on both sides of my family that are awesome guys. And I've got a niece on my side of the family that's an awesome girl. Like, we've got great things in our life. And it's those relationships that matter. It's not the stuff. It's not the money. It's not all that other shit. It's the experiences that you have with the people that you care about. I've got one aunt that I tell her all the time. She loves to take pictures. I'm like, put the fucking camera down and enjoy the moment. You're not enjoying the moment because you're so fucking worried about taking a picture of it. Like, just experience it. I can still close my eyes and picture relevant, important things to me that happened to me when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. A lot of them revolve around sports because sports was real important to me. But that was about helping my team. That was about the experiences I shared with my teammates. That's what I loved about competing in sports. I was a part of something bigger than myself and working towards a goal with other people that was bigger than just us. So it's those relationships and those experiences that bring you joy in life and are going to make you happy. And you're missing the boat if you don't prioritize them, I'm telling you. So the big takeaway, what's the big takeaway? Invest in people and moments, not just paychecks or prestige. When we look back on our lives, it's not going to be the promotions or the possessions that will define us. It will be the relationships that we nurtured and the experiences that we lived. And your life's not going to be perfect. You're going to fuck up a lot of stuff. That's how it goes. But if you stay focused on the people that you care about and you stay true to them and true to yourself, you're going to be able to live with those mistakes because you will have made them in pursuance of something bigger than yourself. It won't be, oh, I screwed a bunch of people over because I wanted money. Or it won't be, oh, I didn't do what I was supposed to because I wanted status. Or I wanted people to think well of me. Not the way to do it. So call a friend, plan a trip, be present when you're with the people around you, because that's where you truly build wealth and happiness in your life. Okay, that's the episode for today, guys. Really appreciate you joining us. James puts it up over here every day. Don't forget to go to our website, saltygingertalk.com. All our podcast episodes are there. Links to all our social media accounts are there. We've got a newsletter that we publish every weekday that you can subscribe to there. And please, please, please like, comment, subscribe to our podcast on whatever platform you consume it on. It's super helpful for us. We're doing a good job of building the audience and building our community. And we really appreciate you guys supporting us. And we're really glad you joined us. Hope this resonated with you. Hope you're able to take some of these things and focus on them in your day-to-day life, because you're going to be so much happier if you do. All right, guys, that's the show for today. Appreciate you checking us out. Really appreciate you guys coming around, and we will see you on the next episode.